So this healing gonna be a process, huh? This shit gonna be a process. Let me say this up front. I'm ranting. If you don't like to hear me fuss, if I get on your nerves when I be fussing, if I just jump all over the place too much when I be fussing, click off now. I'm like, see you. I'm gonna leave you with some life, light, and love as well. Bye. Like, no, because I gotta get it off my chest. I'm trying to order my thoughts and find the words to like explain the fuckery that is the society that we live in right now. Because it's like, it's not like I hate people. And I need to stop saying that. Something my best friend said to me. She was like, "You so high strung." And I was like, "I'm not high strung. I don't use the vast lexicon that I have. So I go to the simpler words of I hate people." When it's not that I hate people, I'm more so just disappointed in the things that we accept as okay. I'm disappointed in how we don't hold ourselves accountable to the way that we engage with other people. I'm just disappointed. What has me all in a tizzy today, I started my day at work. I always start every day working somehow. And I end up getting into a conversation with a client. Now, the conversation started off was, I was supposed to get this, but I got that. When I talked to you, you said we was going to get this. And I was like, you're right. And deciphering that pair means two, so two pair is four. Literally the whole issue. And because I didn't solve this, like, I didn't do what he needed to be done, like, not that I didn't do it, it was just, you know, Super Save a Hoe came to try to save a hoe. Got in the way a little bit. But it is what it is. So I solved the problem because I go in the back and I get it. There you go. So now that I solve your problem and you're relaxed, the onslaught of fuckery that then starts to fall out of your mouth about who needs to speak English, about how certain cultural things of my upbringing aren't real or should be validated or should be even respected, like real shit. Like this was said to me today. How, oh, you already know that I'm going to jump and disagree with every point that you're making just by looking at me. I didn't utter a word because again, as this onslaught of fuckery is coming at me and out of this man's mouth, I am just sitting there realizing that I am an example for my associate who's watching me, who was already clammed up and already like, gee, you say go, we going. And I'm just sitting here like, I'm sorry you feel that way, sir. Oh, I have a different opinion, but you know, I don't think this is the arena to have that conversation. Oh, that's very interesting that you have that. You know, I'm happy that you're comfortable with sharing that opinion with me. What I'm trying to say is, motherfucker, why? And it puts you in a weird headspace. So the topics that he hit on, cultural differences. It was a 75-year-old white guy, older white guy, who I believe just anything past 70, you deserve a little bit of kindness from all of us because shit, I don't know what the fuck 70. That's double my life and then some. Like I don't know what that looks like. Like. Fam, you done lived through some shit I can never fathom. You lived through some shit I read books about. Like, duh, you get a little extra salt. So that's the only reason why I didn't like lose my shit right there. As at some point I feel a little attacked on an intelligence level because the way that this man was talking to me, it's like you don't even believe that I'm capable of comprehending a different side of an argument other than mine. You might believe that I'm going to make that mistake because you are standing here cognitively, physically, acting literally in the literal sense, like as Webster defines it, acting out those things. So I guess from your perception, you wouldn't think I'm capable of doing it, I guess. I don't know. Like, I am, though. I can have a conversation with a person who is not like me, who has varying different views than me, and it be an okay conversation, and I don't internalize it so badly. The reason why I internalized this one so badly is because this man just wanted to complain. You didn't want to have a conversation with me, so why did you bait me into one? Only to complain and attack every essence of my humanness at every turn that you got. I don't get it, sir. I just don't get it. He just complained the whole time about everything. Everybody was wrong. Nothing was right. He was just so unhappy with everything. And it bothered me because I'm trying to, especially in this space that I find myself in at this job that I'm transitioning from, I'm trying to turn the tides of I'm not mean, I'm not angry. Like, I'm trying to focus on the solutions of how, like, our interpersonal engagements are kind of clashing, right? So when I say that, like, fuck shit gets spewed upon me because I don't know what it is about this face, but it says it must have, and I can't read it, but it's written across my face, like, drop your shit here. Like, it must be written on my face. So it's like I'm recognizing that as a human in front of me, you feel comfortable enough to, like, reveal a little bit of yourself, right? Cool. But you complained about your cell phone, so we gave you solutions to show you how to do it. I even helped you answer your cell phone, sir, and showed you, hey, next time that happens, do this. This is stupid. This is stupid. Okay, cool. Then, you complain about the race and the ethnicity of people. I ain't got nothing to say about that because, again, like, you two shapes from saying black people. You just not saying it because you saying it to a black woman. And then I hate the pivot of where I'm from, like the city I'm from. And I always have this happen when I speak to older white men in general. Then they want to try to validate themselves that they aren't, I guess, as fucked up as the shit that's coming out their mouths because they grew up in the area that I live in now. Baby, it's not the same. Like, it's not the same. Like, it's just not. Let's just keep it a bean. It's not the same. 50 years ago, the area that I live in was fucking prominent. It was a nice area to live in. You had to be a homeowner. They actually had community. So as he's talking about how he hates the way that the city changed and, they don't have the schools and the this and the that they need, and they don't have the community centers. And I said, we all can play our part and we all can help to the max of our capacity for where we are in life. Every $10 count. Oh, I do help. Oh, I do volunteer, but I can't do as much as I used to because now I got this ailment and that ailment and this ailment. Well, sir, you complained, and I gave you a solution because, honestly, you don't have the time to go, and ain't nobody asking you to bounce a ball with no kids, but I am telling you that, when you get your check once a month gone, and instead of going to Chick-fil-A and getting something to eat in the mall, going to put $10 in a community center that can need it. They really can, like, buy some spaghetti for the kids and, like, feed them one night. You don't know. Every $10 help. So what you want to do? That's my question. And I guess that's the purpose of this rant. I get so frustrated, or yes, no, fuck that. I get so frustrated in engaging with us and embracing this healing process, but nobody wants to be solution oriented. We just want to talk about the uncomfortability of the issues. And it's like when you get a person like me who's like, all right, so here's the problem, let's find the solution to it. You don't want to work with me, and then I become difficult to work with because I'm trying to get to the end of the shit. Like, it just leads me to ask, what the fuck do people really want? And I leave room for me to be missing it. So please let me know what I'm missing. If it's me, call me out. I'm all about change, healing, and growing. and I'm trying not to be too mean. So the flip side of this situation, because I left. I said I'm taking a mental health day. I apologize to cut it short, but I felt like in that moment of the two choices that I had in front of me immediately that my brain could go to, because I couldn't respond the way that I wanted to. So I had to, be stuck to engage in this conversation because I wanted to shut down, but I'm an example for this person. She done already shut down. I don't want him to turn and give her the venom or the bullshit or make her feel any type of way because she's new. And she's going to be here beyond me. I want to make this as comfortable for her because this is her work environment. So what do? I stood there and I tried to find the best words to not make my elder or make an elder feel judged, disrespected, disregarded, dismissed. All of those things that we sometimes in passing do to one another when we don't want to be bothered. I tried to do all of those things and definitely afford to him care and, listening. And I said to him at 2 points, well, you referenced 2 points as you was talking that your wife don't listen to you. So I just want to give you something you don't get on a regular basis, and I'm just listening to you. The impact of that, though, is the shit that he was saying hurt my fucking feelings. And it's like sticks and stones may break your bones, but, like, it's a little bit deeper than that. Because some of the things that he was saying, like, impacts how he engages with certain people. Like, just he literally won't go get his phone fixed because he believes that everybody who he speaks to in customer service either is dumb because they rely on technology too much or they don't speak either English. Like, it's just that, and then I don't know what old America's problem with China is, and I maybe need to read some books on that shit, so give me a moment to catch up. But I literally spent the last 3.5 minutes about the Chinaman, the Jap man, and the issues of them. Like, this was some old school. This was some muckiness on some levels that you only fucking see Lifetime and fucking own channel productions about. Like, it just was heavy. And because I couldn't be quippy, because I didn't want to get the mean bitch card, I just had to shut up and eat it. And I don't like to shut up and eat it. But I also don't like what the solution that my manager came up with was either there has to be an in-between. Did I drop? Drop something in my glass. So her solution, because when she came in, I let her have it, and I didn't mean to let her have it. I just explained to her that shit hurt, and the fact that I'm standing here even wanting to cry shows that I was impacted in a way that I didn't expect to be, and I didn't want to be, and I don't like it. And this isn't the first or the second time this shit has happened in these walls. I don't like it. So I told her what happened, and as I'm recapping the story, I get a little hyped, and I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry. My brain just keeps going dark. I keep trying to pull it out, but it's no refresh time. Like, I ate, so it's not the food situation. I left my pastry at work, bitch. No, actually. I want my little Panera Puff. Anyway, I told her I ate, so it wasn't that I was hangry. This motherfucker was doing some old extra shit. So I had to go. Take a mental health day. So as I'm packing up and gathering myself, because I did bust a tear at work. I'm not going to even lie. I busted a tear. And she comes in the back with tears in her eyes. Why are you crying? Comes in the back with tears in her eyes. I'm going to just call his wife and tell her to tell him he can't come in the store anymore. No, that's too much. Like, with no disrespect, the man's 75 and he got all these ailments. He not going to make it much longer. So banning him from the store when he ain't got nobody at home anyway is relegating this man to a somber way out. He only comes to see us during his goddamn glaucoma fucking appointment. The problem isn't that he came to the store. The problem is the shit that fell out his mouth. And that problem only came because he was comfortable. He's too old, in my opinion, to sit here and have this long-ass, drawn-out conversation about where you're just wrong, sir. So you just let him spew because, they at least earned some time to spew. I mean, we fucking talk all day long and our little asses is still just trying to figure it the fuck out. So don't ban him from the store when he says he likes coming here because we are the nicest people that he know. And I still afforded nice and kindness to him, so he still has that belief. On the flip side, my G, I deal with shit like this. And with the things and the conversations that you keep having with me, I felt fucking shackled. And in order to no longer feel shackled, I'm going to take a mental health day, yo. I'm going to take a break, fam. There is a lot of things going on in this layered situation. Things that should not be handled here in this arena because our clients don't deserve it. Things that I can't resolve still standing in this space, so I gotta walk away from it. Fam, I'm taking the mental health day. On one level, I feel bad because I left. Because I'm like, you should be tougher than this. But on another level, like, yo, have you ever been jabbed and didn't even know you was in a fight? Or was about to be in one? Like, you get startled. You get, like, chin-checked. You get taken aback. And so I always hear, well, Regina, excuse me, I don't know why I'm so belchy. Or, Regina, you've been working with the public for a long time, so, like, why is this something new? This is something new because of how I've been painted in this arena. And that, coupled with the fact that I'm trying to respect people's feelings and emotions and agendas a little bit more. Like, the agenda of the company is not one that is like, bitch, you gonna die if you don't uphold this agenda. Perfect. So in upholding the agenda and like upholding who and what you would feel comfortable in having around here, I felt like my only course of action was to shut up and take it. And I don't like that. So for me, the things that work for you don't work for me. And so I'm leaving. Or so, yeah, no, I'm leaving. Like, that's just okay. I'm learning right now in this phase of my life that it's okay to say no. It's okay to say that things don't work for me. It's okay to be like, I gotta find something else. And I think this American way of thinking where we're so wedded to work and like work comes before the person, that kind of throws us off a little bit, because I'm feeling guilty for leaving an establishment where I feel like I get beat up on in different degrees or different ways all day long. I recognize and thus have been told in so many words that this space don't fit me, but yet I feel guilty for abandoning it. I don't know. I don't know. So the reason why I've been talking so vaguely about the demographics of this human is because I am slowly starting to try to move away from categorizing people just solely on their race. Because idiots come in all shapes, sizes, creeds, and colors. People who don't think or choose the easier route come in all shapes, sizes, creeds, and colors. Pain and hurt affects every human. So for me, and avoiding these things, or avoiding like giving that part of the demographic in the beginning, it did eventually come out, but in the beginning, it allows me to look at the situation a little more pure. I'm not negating race at all, because that's the complete opposite of my understanding. But when I engage with other people, I'm now starting to like not weigh race as heavy as, or outweigh race over everything else. Now, that is an explanation of my mindset. In this scenario here, unfortunately, this man was racist just because he was an older white man. And the things and the experiences that he's just lived through. the venom that he had towards the Chinese and Japanese people, the venom that he had towards Spanish people, the venom that he had towards black culture, but he didn't want to talk about black people in that realm. But he definitely went in on certain aspects of black culture. Lets me know that these are just things that, based off of the life that you've experienced, you didn't experience. He was able to live an all-white life up to a certain point, and letting other people of color in sparingly and only when they are on his turf. I get that. That's not his fault. What is his fault is just, you know, flippantly sharing that shit and realizing but not giving a fuck. Oh, because he had little sexual nuances in there too. Like he told the girl, the new girl, oh, you know, 2 people can fit on that. The fuck is we laughing at? Like, we know 2 people can fit on it. We advertise that 2 to 3 motherfuckers can fit on it, depending on what size they are. So what are you really trying to say, sir? And then he follows it up with, well, I ain't mean it like that. So how the fuck would you mean it, fam? Explain yourself, dog. We listening? We listening? You got shit to say? Only to come out, when I come out the back, to say the same lame ass joke like you not funny. So I gotta give him the, oh, okay. So the question you had, though, here's the answer. You know what? One day, I'm going to do my work faces on video just so I can see what people see, because when they catch me off guard, they really know that they catch me the fuck off guard, because I can't hide it. I'm going to do my work faces one day for y'all, and we gonna analyze what the fuck is wrong with me. But as I'm trying to like swiftly dodge all of this shit that you just keep spewing upon me, I'm just realizing, like, why are you so comfortable? Like, what did you think in your head that made you so comfortable to not give a fuck about how the things you're saying would impact me? I'm not saying you can always have that, like, thought process, but, like, in this instance, when you have to say no offense, and when you said it a few times, then what? Ultimately, that shit hurt. That's just it. It just hurt. It just hurt to hear that much hate like that. And I guess at the end of the day, I just feel like I let myself down because I let so much hate and hurt just fall out in front of me. And the words that I wanted to say, I couldn't say because I folded or gave into something bigger than me, but not more important than me. So that's how I'm feeling right here, right now. That shit was irky. It was irksome. So I'm looking for solutions. How do we better handle the icky, irksome conversations that you find yourself in at work? How do we better engage with people to where, even if I say, because again, like I said, it's not the things that he was saying, it's just the implications around what he was saying, the things behind he was saying, and the fact that, like, when I tried to engage or like debunk a little bit, it's like, oh no, all right, he didn't want to engage. So what are you doing? If you don't want to engage in a conversation about solutions or goal oriented, if you don't want to do those things, then what are we doing here? So I don't know. I hope y'all love somebody better today. I hope you definitely afford a little bit of patience today. I'm proud of my fucking self for having patience. The patience of not losing it and being like, fuck this shit, I already put in my notice, I'm out. I'm happy I also didn't fuss this man out and then just wait for the consequences, because I'm notorious for doing shit like that too. I'm happy I was able to afford patience to this elder. He is somebody's elder. He is an elder of mine to a degree. But we got to fix this shit, y'all, because shit's spiraling out of control real fast. Real fast. So I'm going to take me a nap. I think I ended the last video with a nap. I think I end a lot of videos with naps. Because this shit is draining. But I'm going to take a goddamn nap. I'm going to finish this glass of wine. I'm going to have a good old nap. I'm going to try to process this shit, and I'm going to try to get this day started over again. I'm just a little hurt, just a little taken aback. But I would love to have a conversation, because in trying to take care of him, I hurt myself a little bit, but I wanted to make sure that I take care of me on the back end. That's what you do for your elders. You don't always, want to, but you have to, because you got the energy and the time and the know-withal. But that's cute. I think I'm gonna do my hair like that next. It's real cute. So as always, family, thank you for listening. Thank you for rocking with me. Oh, this is a video under 30 minutes. Oh, because it's just a baby rant. I reversed it and you ain't even noticed. I'm going to see y'all next time. I'm probably going to churn out one produced video later. Produced, like, the topic is written out. My video is still going to be shitty. But I'm going to still leave you guys with a little bit of light. Not a lot of bit of light. And some light. And some love.